10 things you didn't know about Enter the Dragon. Enter the Dragon is considered by many as the greatest martial arts film of all time. Keep up to date with the museum by subscribing today. A combination of East and West producers, now a cult classic, solidified Bruce Lee as a superstar. In fact, Enter the Dragon has earned over $350 million and counting. In this video, the Martial Arts History Museum looks at the 10 things you didn't know about Enter the Dragon. Number 1. Enter the Dragon was produced for only $850,000. In the 1970s, budgets for a Hollywood movie usually ran into the millions. In 1973, the budget for The Exorcist was $12 million. And the budget for The Sting was $5.5 million. Enter the Dragon, however, only received a budget of $850,000. Enter the Dragon was a collaboration of American and Chinese filmmakers and filmed entirely in Hong Kong. Although the budget was slim, the film, now nearly 50 years old and considered a cult classic, has raked in over $350 million and still climbing. Number 2. The original name was not Enter the Dragon. To think of Enter the Dragon by any other name would be just unheard of. But according to one of the producers of the film, Fred Weintraub, the original name on the script was Blood and Steel. Fred said that Bruce Lee never liked the name and pushed for the change of Enter the Dragon. Other names that were considered were The Deadly Three and Hans Island. Number 3. They used Bruce Lee's actual voice. Voiceover dubbing is commonplace for most films produced in Hong Kong. Originally recorded in Mandarin or Cantonese, films like the Shaw Brothers primarily used English voiceovers for their American release. By the time Enter the Dragon was filmed, Bruce Lee had already done a number of films. However, when released in America, again, someone else's voice was used. Enter the Dragon and one other film, Marlowe, is the only time Bruce Lee's voice was actually used for the American release. Number 4. The dialogue was added in post-production. When watching Enter the Dragon, you may notice something odd in their voices. Sometimes they didn't quite match their mouth, or sometimes it sounded a little too clear, especially when they were outside talking. That's because all of the voices were re-recorded in a studio after the movie was shot and later edited in. Number 5. Jackie Chan appeared in Enter the Dragon. We all know Jackie Chan as the funny man of the martial arts. It wasn't until he came to America that he became a big star. However, in 1973, Jackie Chan was a young stuntman that happened to have a short appearance in Enter the Dragon. There he is, in the underground base battle scene, as Bruce Lee grabs a hold of his hair before breaking his neck. Number 6. Sammo Hung was also in Enter the Dragon. Jackie Chan's movie partner and former star of television's martial law also appeared in Enter the Dragon. In fact, Sammo appeared as Bruce Lee's sparring partner in Bruce Lee's opening scene in the movie. The fighting scene was actually the last scene to be shot for the film. I have to admit, Sammo fought pretty well. Number 7. Kung Fu's Master Po was in Enter the Dragon. Qin Shi played the evil Mr. Han, who was also the owner of Han's Island and Han's Tournament. However, Qin Shi had difficulty speaking English. In post-production, his voice was replaced by Key Luke, who played Master Po in the television Kung Fu series. Number 8. Jim Kelly was a replacement. The role of Williams in Enter the Dragon was originally cast for actor Rockne Tarkington. Tarkington was an established actor who appeared on a number of television shows and was a regular in the hit TV show Tarzan. Tarkington unexpectedly dropped out just days before shooting in Hong Kong. Producer Fred Weintraub suggested martial artist Jim Kelly as his replacement. Number 9. Karate Kid referee Pat Johnson made a cameo appearance. Filming Enter the Dragon had a number of actual martial arts figures, including one of Chuck Norris's students, Pat Johnson, who played one of the bad guys who ambushed John Saxon. Pat is the guy holding the gun. Pat was also the key referee in the Karate Kid series starring Ralph Macchio and Pat Morita. Number 10. Bruce Lee never lived to see the film's release. Just 3 weeks before the release of Enter the Dragon in 1973, Bruce Lee passed away in Hong Kong. Enter the Dragon was, without a doubt, his masterpiece, and he was unable to enjoy the fame and notoriety that would quickly follow. Although Bruce Lee is no longer with us, he is still regarded as the most influential martial artist of his generation. It has been asked, can one person change the world? Well, Bruce Lee changed the world forever. Well, that's the Martial Arts History Museum's look at the 10 things you didn't know about Enter the Dragon, a film that continues to be shown even today. Be sure to subscribe to the museum's YouTube channel, and don't forget to visit the museum when visiting Los Angeles, and don't forget to buy a cap on your way out.
The importance of a museum is history, so I won't never be forgotten. So Chuck Norris, Benny Urquidez, Byung Yu, Heidi Ochai, Donnie Williams, Steve Sanders, so we won't never be forgotten. Babe Ruth will live in infamy, you know. That's why we need it. We got to have something so my little boy's children will know what his grandfather did.